And there we are, no surprises there. India has won the first T20I against Afghanistan by 6 wickets. Joining me for this conversation are Debashish Sen and Shubhayan Chakravarti. Debashish, this was a series very important for youngsters. Who impressed you the most tonight?
I think it has to be Shivam Dubey, especially taking that 1 wicket from 2 overs. Especially the getting rid of Afghanistan captain, because Ramanullah Gurbaz and both Jadran and Gurbaz were striking a good partnership. But then that was a crucial breakthrough, and then towards the end, and the knock he played. So I think overall, he will tick the boxes, but whether still, I'm not too sure when Hardik Pandya comes into the side after his feet. So yes, it's all good, but remember it's only Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So let's jump the gun and say that he has made it sure to be in that World Cup squad. It's too early to say.
Yes, and a similar question to you, Shubhayan. Ahead of the game, we were discussing about how no one can fill the void that Hardik Pandya may leave in the team. But is Dubey making you feel otherwise after today's performances and his continued performances in IPL as well?
No, 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 no. Again, whatever Shivam Dube does, even if he scores continuously, even if he gives such performances consistently, then I feel, then also I will feel that Hardik is a couple of or even more notches above than any other all-rounder India currently has, pace bowling all-rounder that is. But credit to Shivam Dube. Let's not take anything away from him. The way he played, it was his game. The way he bowled his couple of overs, he looked good. 120, touching 120, 125. A decent pace for not a regular pacer. And again, the way he batted 40 ball 60, unbeaten, finished the match. And yes, it was his game. But even for Arshdeep Singh, you talked about youngsters. Arshdeep was also mighty impressive. The way he was swinging the new ball, came in later also, but he was really good today.
Yes, and we'll continue all this serious talk. But on a lighter note, what was Shubman Gill doing? Why was he watching the ball and not paying attention to Rohit Sharma's call? What happened there? Devashish.
you
You could actually feel from the expression that the Indian captain gave.
Yeah. He
Um,
really got a mouthful there from Rohit Sharma.
he had already
But
got some kind words in the dressing room after he came back. So,
yeah,
but this all happens. Obviously,
yeah.
this all happens. I mean, no one does it intentionally, but it was just. But definitely, it was Rohit's curls, and Shubman should have responded rather than watching at the ball.
Brain fade moment. But
A rookie mistake. These are the first lessons you are taught when you join a cricket academy. First
yeah,
is to how to play with a straight bat, 1, 2, 3, and then this you never watch the ball and concentrate on your on whose call it is. But yes, Rohit was absolutely furious, and you could sense how crucial this series is for Rohit Sharma, the batter also. And again, not an ideal start, but he would look to go well in next couple of games.
Rookie mistake, Gagi, and I
absolutely.
think he should have just
Yeah.
trusted Rohit Sharma. I think what went wrong was that he had no trust in Rohit Sharma there. So I think that's why,
No, no, it's not about trust. He was just watching the ball, as Gargi said. It's a brain fade movement. He just could not. First of all, there's so much noise in the stadium. Plus there's winter. You walk in cold, and suddenly first good drive. You are watching the ball, whether the fielder has stopped it or not, and just not listen to what the batter is calling. So it's just a very rookie mistake, very amateur mistake.
Absolutely. It's happened to me once where I thought the ball had gone wide and the umpire had given it and the keeper collected it and I was in some other world and the keeper stumped me and I couldn't believe her because she was my club
It
mate.
it happened it
Yeah.
happened to me a week back when I ran a very senior journalist Kaushik sir out in the media match. So I was also looking at the ball and not concentrating on what he was saying. But yeah, these things keep on happening. It was just a from Rohit's reaction also. It was just a heat of the moment reaction on the field. Like how can you not listen to my call and make such a bad, very amateur mistake? So everything will be fine once they meet up in the dressing room after the match.
Absolutely. And Devashish, Tilak and Dubey's partnership today, this is when you think of World Cup preparation, this is precisely what you want from the middle order, the kind of runs
I,
that
I,
came.
I, I would have loved to see Tilak converting that start he got. Means obviously
Yes,
his
definitely.
20s and 30s won't guarantee you a place in the World Cup squad, and especially when Surya Kumar and the Hardiks and the Shreyas, when all of them come
Big
in, then
names.
invariably you will be out. So means when you got a start, you should actually see, take the instance of the Shivam Dubey for that matter. Means obviously he made it. He actually finished the match for India, 60 not out. So that is what you want from an youngster. When you go, when you get going, when you have a start, you need to convert it into a big one. Means these
Hmm.
20s and 30s won't cement your place in the Indian side
Yeah.
because too much of competition now.
Hmm.
Yes, and Ishan, when you talk about, after that performance from Tilak Verma, like Debashish said, is it enough in the next match when Virat Kohli steps in? Will it be unfair or not to keep Tilak out of the side?
See, I don't think it will be unfair because Virat Kohli will step in and then someone has to step out. And with performances by Shivam Dubey today, most likely I think Tilak Varma might sit out. And again, I think like Debashish mentioned, you have to convert those starts. Dubey, what he did very well today was he took it slow, like when he started off, and then he progressively, took the innings forward and eventually won in the other game. So obviously these starts have to be converted. And Kagi, I think we all can agree now that it's very handy for a player to bat and bowl because he's also gotten that one wicket in the, with the bowling that he did. So if you're a player that can do both, that's just going to increase your chances. So I think all the young cricketers who want to pick up the sport now will have to think about doing both because clearly it's an all-rounders game now.
Yes, definitely. But you know, I was going through Twitter and hashtag Sanju Samson was trending on the platform. Of course, after the match had started, fans were questioning as to why Sanju Samson wasn't given a chance in the 11. But Jitesh Sharma, did at any point in the match make you feel like Sanju should have been there? Shubhan?
Well, see, he did his job. It was a huge game for Jitesh with
Yeah.
Sanju in the squad. It's never easy to leave out Sanju Samson due to the social media. Exact reason why what you said, his name suddenly starts trending, whether he's in the team or not, whether whatever happens, Sanju Samson is always trending on Twitter. That's a common thing. But Jitesh, 20 ball, 31 runs. The way he batted, created a partnership with the Shivam Dubey there, a very important partnership because Tilak Verma had played some sort of a slowish knock, 22 ball, 26. So the pressure was on Shivam Dubey and Jitesh to up the ante, and that's what he did. A couple of good shots. The square cut which he played, it was so good. The timing and the speed of the bat was exquisite, and that's what Jitesh brings. As I said in our preview show as well before the match, that Jitesh will give you such knocks. Sanju is a completely different batter. Of course, when he is set on the field, on the pitch, batting for a long time, for a couple of overs, 3 overs, 4 overs, then Sanju Samson is a different beast if he has to play a long innings. But Jitesh Sharma in these short bursts, it's like a 50-meter race to a 400-meter race. You need someone right now who can win you those 50-meter race, and Jitesh is your man. Who can win those 50-meter race for you? Sanju, of course, is a player who will run you those 200-meter races if you need him, if there is any place left for him in the team.
Yes, and Debashish, when it comes to keeping the wickets, who do you think is better, Jitesh or Sanju at this point in time?
Jitesh Sharma is the front runner. It means goes
Mm.
without saying. Means obviously, and straight away the manner in which he bats means that it brings a freshness to his batting. Means obviously you want players who just go out there and express themselves, and whatever opportunity he has got so far, he has grabbed it with both hands. So it is now his turn to make use of these opportunities and cement a place in that T20 World Cup squad, because there will be two keepers if I'm not in all probability. So I think Jitesh
Yeah.
Sharma, and if Ishan Kishan with all this, if he has his focus on, then Ishan Kishan will be the second wicket keeper batter for India. Until otherwise, if something
Do-
happens,
don't rule out. Don't rule out. Don't
KL
rule
Rahul.
out a KL Rahul batting batting in the
Yeah,
way. He can
yes,
crop up
yes.
in your squad anytime. He can crop up in your squad anytime.
That was actually my next question, the way that Jitesh Sharma is performing, Ishan Kishan in the running, Sanju Samson, you already have so many. Ishan, do you think KL Rahul could come in at any moment? Does he have
KL
a
Rahul
chance?
can come in at any moment, Gagi, because he's a world-class batsman and possibly a better batsman than compared to Jitesh or even Sanju. So KL Rahul is a world-class batsman. Obviously, he hasn't had the best T20 run at the moment, so that's why he's not playing. But you can't count him out because he's someone that the Indian team has always banked on. And if needed, I think KL Rahul can really be that person who can possibly be that game changer. But obviously, not performed well in the T20 format, like in the recent outings, has made him
Mhm.
step out. But KL Rahul is just a fantastic batsman, so you can't really keep him out at any moment of the game. We've seen him perform in the IPL, especially, just fantastic performances. He's gotten some brilliant hundreds, which is not easy to do in the T20 format. And if you have someone who can get big hundreds and also keep the way he does, oh, just a game changer.
Yes, and Devashish, when we turn our attention to Afghanistan team as well, Mohammad Nabi played a very crucial knock tonight. Talk about him. He's 39 years old and he's still doing so well in T20 format. It's such a fast-paced format.
It's like old wine. Means
Oh,
Muhammad Nabi. Yes.
Getting
oh,
better with age.
Yes, and but you should give credit where it's due. Means obviously he has been a great ambassador for Afghanistan cricket along with Rashid
Mhm.
Khan. Means and still they are leading from the front. It once goes to show that what Nabi brings to that Afghanistan team. Means obviously it was a terrific knock, but as I said that he should have take the innings forward movements. Obviously, I think Afghanistan were a little bit short because and still uh, 10-15 run short, I think, because I mean, at one point of time it looked like when Mujib got Jitesh out, it looked like Afghanistan might sneak in at chances, but then we have a guy called Rinku Singh and also Shivam Dubey, who once again when Rinku Singh keeps on impressing. Means the more you watch him, the more means obviously there is no doubt whatsoever now for anyone that Rinku will be in that side for the T20 World Cup, irrespective what his performance are in the IPL.
yes, and Shubha, and when Jaiswal and
Mm.
Virat step back into the squad, maybe in the next match, who knows? What do you think the combination can look like?
Hope there is no back spasm for Shubman Gill in the next match. But on a
Mysterious
serious note,
injuries.
but on a serious note, yes, I think as Rahul Dravid had already announced that Yashasvi and Rohit will open because of that left-right combination. I think they will go ahead with that plan. Virat comes in at number three, so Tilak Varma naturally goes out, given how Shivam Dube played today. So I don't see them dropping Shivam Dube right now. Maybe they will look at him for another match, and maybe after the series is won, they will bring in Tilak Varma again for the final T20I. But Gagi, what I feel bad about these players like Shivam Dube, Tilak Verma, heading into this particular T20 World Cup, I think how well they perform in this Afghanistan series in the IPL, I think they will be a tad short in making the final list for the T20 World Cup. So that is the bit unfortunate part about them, unless there's an injury, of course. Now that Rohit and Virat both are back into the squad, a couple of youngsters are going to miss the final cut. But yes, as you said, I think Rohit and Yashasvi will open, and Virat will bat at number three. That is going to be the likely formula for the next T20I.
And talking about the Indian bowling lineup, Ishan Akshar Patel ended up with 2 wickets tonight. What did you think of his bowling?
Yeah, I think Gagi bowled really well. Added pressure, got those two important wickets, and I think even a mention to Ashdeep Singh early on. He really mixed it up. He mixed it up really well. He bowled some quick bouncers and then a couple of good yorkers, and that's some really impressive bowling up forward. So a good performance by the Indians. At times you could say that they were a little loose, but overall I think the bowlers came together. It was a good cumulative team effort, and that's what you need. You're playing a first T20I, you want to set the tone right. So Ashdeep Singh the first over, Aksar Patel with those two wickets. So I think an overall good performance. And I think now they'll have to build from this. Obviously, the conditions are also cold, so it tends to hamper your maybe it might hamper your performances in some way. But I think from here they can get better and possibly build on this. So it's a good start for sure.
And when it comes to Ravi Bishnoi, very expensive tonight, Devashish.
Yeah, obviously at times you can be expensive, but then the point Ravi Bishnoi has been persisted with is that as a leg spinner he always will give you wicket. Means in trying to be aggressive, you at times you might get going for runs, but then he will invariably give you those breakthroughs and give you those wickets. That's the reason he's been persisted with. And remember, he has come in for Kuldeep Yadav, an experienced Kuldeep Yadav. So I think that team management also have the belief that Ravi Bishnoi can do the job for the team. Gargi.
Yes, and Mukesh Kumar, of course, we also have to talk about him getting those 2 wickets, but an economy of 8.25. Uh, Shubha, in your thoughts? You're on mute.
So he bowls the hard over, so economy of 8 or 9 is still good. I will take anything less than 10 any day. His wickets of I think Nabi and Omar Zai were the decisive factor in that last over he bowled. Otherwise, they could have added extra 20 or 30 in the last couple of overs. So good. He started well. He started his first over was good. Although bowled a no ball there, but again came back really well. But he has been really impressive in whatever matches he has gotten in the ODIs and Test cricket in T20 cricket. And he's I think the only bowler apart from Bumrah and Siraj right now who is in the mix in across formats T20s, ODIs, and Test cricket. So he's the only guy apart from those big two pacers there who are in the scheme of things for all formats. So really good, really happy for him the way he's going, although he can still improve a bit in white ball cricket, what I feel, but overall a really top bowler.
And Ishwan, final question to you. Washington, did you feel like Washington Sundar was completely missing his line tonight?
Yes, Gagi, at some level you can agree that he was, but again, the conditions play a role, and at times it tends to happen. I think every day you can't expect a bowler to be hitting those right lines always, but you're playing international cricket, you're playing the first game, so you expect it. That's a bare minimum. But I think it's all learning, and there's still 2 more games where he can possibly rectify his mistakes and get get his mind and get his mind sorted towards the right direction. Because at times the mental toll also gets to you if you don't perform too well. So it happens, but I think 2 more games, 2 more big games coming up, and there's always a chance for him to get it right then. So, he shouldn't be too low about it, but it tends to happen to everyone.
Yes, and that's it from us for this conversation. We'll be back when the second T20I happens. Till then, stay tuned to Ref Sport.